How are you doing?
I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you for asking. And how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. So, our topic for today is how to upgrade English skills from basic to intermediate and intermediate to advanced level. So, let us have a conversation about how we can upgrade English skills from first basic to intermediate.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sure, ma'am.
please start.
Yes, from basic we can go with any videos. We no need to put a lot of effort in order to become a basic learner. If we listen to something and if we know some basic phrases, we can say that we are in basic level. But if we move on to the next level, we need to put some effort. We have to concentrate on the four pillars like reading, listening, speaking, and writing.
Excellent. But I could also just add that when you want to upgrade your English skills, even from basic to intermediate, it requires a lot of practice, dedication, and a strategic approach. Now, what is this approach that we are talking about? Basic to intermediate requires building vocabulary. How can you build vocabulary?
Whenever we come across some vocabulary, we have to make use those vocabulary in our regular conversation.
Right? We can
We have
also read books. We can read a lot of books from simple to a little higher level. And every time we can pick up new words and try to frame sentences from those words. So that will help you a long way in building up your vocabulary bank. Now,
yes.
as you rightly said, there are a lot of online resources today like Duolingo, Quizlets, etc., which we can continuously use for practice. Do you think grammar is important?
Yes, ma'am, it is also important. I don't say that grammar is not important, but when you want to speak something, you no need to concentrate on grammar. You can just speak with your own language, with your known stuff. But if you need to upgrade yourself, grammar plays a vital role in that place. And if you are confident in your grammar, then you can proceed without any hesitation.
True. So, grammar, I would say, does play an important role because we cannot frame sentences without grammar. Grammar does play a very important role, but it's already learned. What we already know, we are using it in our daily conversations, right? But if at all we want to improve our grammar, especially tenses, we should not make mistakes in our tenses. So we can practice our tenses, present tense, past tense, future tense, and we can also improve our sentence structure. What can we do? Improve our sentence structure. Now, do you think online resources are important in refining your English from basic to intermediate?
Yes, ma'am. It is certainly important because we have books with us to improve our skill. Other than book, we don't have anything. We can talk to our neighbors or to our family members, but we don't know whether we are doing it correctly or not. If someone is there to rectify our mistake, we can proceed further. We can improve. We can see our gradual improvement.
Yes. So online resources, according to me, plays a very important role, especially continuously listening to podcasts. Then you nowadays you have a lot of audio books, right? And you can have English conversations with people like online on a regular basis. So that gives you confidence to speak as well as improve your diction, your tone, your intonation, and your body language, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
When
Now,
we listen to podcast, we no need to bother about grammar also. Grammar
yes,
as well. We can always go with them because already they are fluent in their language. So we no need to bother about grammar and sentence structure. We simply listen to them and we can keep practicing along with them.
yes, because a very important aspect of learning a language is active listening. As you said, the four structures, active listening is very, very important according to me. However, we don't always want to be at the basic or intermediate level, and we need to advance. So if we want to move from intermediate to advanced level, what kind of steps would you take?
I would say that we need to do extra effort, like we can do shadowing, we can write that phrases in our note, we can watch that words along with that video, and afterwards we should mute that video and we have to imitate them along with that words. And side by side we have to is just uh, instead of when two people are conversing, we have to assume ourselves as one of the person, and in his role we have to speak our own language, our own tone.
Yes, so the role play is very important to improve or graduate from intermediate to the advanced stage, because that comes a little later once you're confident about the intermediate level, right? So
Yes.
you have no problem in framing sentences, you have a good bank of new words, vocabulary. So when I'm talking about intermediate to advanced level, one important point which I would like to make is that you can expand your vocabulary. You can also use idiomatic
Yes.
phrases, like you can use a lot of idioms when you're talking. You can use quotes, right? And that will give you a better command over the language and engage in conversation with people. Then you create an impression that you speak very well. Do you think tone, intonation is very important?
Certainly, ma'am. It plays a crucial role in conversation, because if we speak on with the same tone without any modulation, then the opposite learner will not listen to us. But if
Correct.
there is a difference in our tone, then it will actually intrigue them to listen to our conversation.
Yes. So it's very important to vary your tone, also your intonation, your change your body language a little bit, so that you can create an impression, and also you can emphasize on what you are wanting to convey, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Now, do you think, how do you think you can build upon all these aspects of tone, intonation, your body language? How will you improve?
Yes, as
TV
I said
shows,
earlier, we can do shadowing, ma'am. That would be
shadowing.
native speakers. And
Yes,
if we can add idioms, but we should know where to use that idiom appropriate.
exactly. You have to use them in the right context. You can also watch TV shows. Very good TV shows are now there where you can talk about, observe what they are doing, how they are talking on various topics. As you rightly said some time back, you can also practice writing, right?
Right. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
what kind of writing do you think will help you improve your language?
First, we'll go with journaling, ma'am. We can
Journey.
just write our own aspects, our own happenings, our own thoughts. And if we don't find anyone to share our thoughts, we can write it down, we can pen it down with our own feelings, and we can easily use our learned vocabulary in that journal, ma'am.
Exactly. So, journaling is a very important way in which we can move from intermediate to the advanced stage. Then we can also set aside a time for practice. There's nothing without practice. You have to set a time for practice each and every day. Is it possible for you to do that?
Yes, ma'am. But I don't fix a particular time for my practice. But whenever I find time, I do. I make it use for my practice.
Excellent. Now, there's also another method I hear nowadays. You can find a partner with whom you can talk, a friend of yours, or someone who also wanting to improve the language, and you can work together so that you can get feedback at once. That feedback is very important when we are trying to improve our language, because she or he would be able to apprise you about your progress. You want to
Certainly,
know,
ma'am.
yes, you want to know whether you're progressing or not. So, how is that possible? Only if you find somebody to whom you can talk to on a regular basis and get instant feedback,
Yes.
right? Now, sometimes when you make mistakes, do you get discouraged?
I don't, ma'am. it will motivate me to move further, and I make sure that I should not use that mistake hereafter. I have to rectify that and I have to move on.
Excellent. So a very important point to move from the intermediate to the advanced level is never get discouraged, even if you know you have made a mistake. Ensure that you don't repeat the mistake again. And in today's world, we have so much of technology available. We have a lot of apps on mobile phones where we can use for improving our language. So leveraging technology is very, very important in today's day. What is your opinion about that? What kind of online resources you will use to ensure that your language improves?
Ma'am, I go with YouTube, ma'am, podcast. I listen to podcast. And as I said, I'm always following what I said, ma'am. I do journaling, I do shadowing, I do the imitation, I listen to the podcast. So I correct my mistakes and I do role play with that video conversation, and I mute the one person audio and I try to speak for them. So I utilize all these features in order to upgrade myself, elevate my knowledge, elevate my communication skill, ma'am.
Yes. So using online resources, leveraging technology to improve your language also helps and supplement your learning process, right? Now, do you have any other points to add?
We can do recording, ma'am, our own recording.
Yes.
Take a story and narrate this story in your words, record that video and watch that video and try to rectify mistakes. We can even improve ourselves by this method, ma'am.
Exactly. So recording your own talk or your own conversations and ensuring that there are no mistakes that are repeated again and again will go a long way in ensuring that you are progressing from one level to another.
Yes.
Yes. So when out of all these various steps we have outlined, what has helped you the most? Because I have friends who say that, oh, video recording and podcasts don't help me. What has helped you the most?
I'm writing, journaling.
Journaling has helped you the
Yes.
most because it takes care of vocabulary. It takes care of penning down your own experiences and also framing your sentences grammatically correct. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Excellent.
After journaling, also we have to read our thoughts, read our lines, and if we find something is missing, we have to add that and make sure not to repeat that mistake again.
Yes. So as you and I know that for some people journaling works, some people listening to podcasts work better. So we have a wide range of tools today that will help us to improve our learning and graduate from basic to intermediate to an advanced level. What other pointers can you give me about English as a language and how is it helping you develop?
Ma'am, it actually gives me confidence, that courage. I can go anywhere and talk to anyone because it bridges our communication. So I have developed that confidence and courage. Now I don't have any fear to talk with some unknown person if they don't know my native language also. And also when I correct myself and when I guide my children in their studies, I feel great that okay, I have did something to help them. I have learned something to help them. And when my husband asks me some meaning about that particular vocabulary, when I know the meaning of that particular vocabulary, I feel great. Okay, I have did something. I have learned
So,
the meaning.
excellent. So it has boosted your self-esteem and also your self-confidence. You're
Yes.
able to help your children. You're able to talk in front of anybody. You can maybe even deliver a speech if necessary somewhere. And all that has really boosted your confidence. Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. So do
And
you have...
I can be a role model for my children also, ma'am. They are actually pretending to be their mom. I need to study like my mom. I need to write like my mom. I want to speak like my mom. So they are acting as me, ma'am. I feel very proud of myself when I see that.
Excellent. So we should not forget in our conversation that we have spoken about how we have moved from basic to intermediate, and very soon you will be reaching the advanced level. But we can't forget the basic things of practice, intonation, tone, body language, which will make us express ourselves better. It was a very engaging session with you. Your name is Mahalakshmi, right? Yes, yes. So it was a very engaging session. I hope we can meet again.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
And thank you for your wonderful questions, ma'am. It's really very nice, and actually it motivates me to learn further, to upgrade myself further.
Excellent. All the best for your journey ahead, and I'm sure you'll do very well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.